You know that saying, it takes a village to raise a child. Have you raised your own? What were the challenges? Oh, the excitement. The long running discussions, even arguments, late at night, early in the morning. Sometimes some families need some extra help. And that is where being a foster or a kinship carer can come in. You might be considering it or have done it yourself. Let me know of your experience. 1300 681 666, the phone number. The SMS here is 0467 922 666. Be it temporary, emergency, or longer term, there are lots of different kinds of foster care, which we're talking about during this Foster and Kinship Care Week because Canberra needs more of them. Yvonne Lewis is an ACT foster parent, and her story is telling in what encouraged her to do it and how she's found it. Yvonne, good morning.
Good morning.
Why did you do it in the first place?
The opportunity came to us through an unexpected work colleague who sort of said to us, "Oh, have you ever done foster care?" And we're like, "No. Would you be interested?" And they just had a young person who needed a placement, who was having some challenges. And at that time, we didn't have children of our own, and this young person needed a home that didn't have any other kids in it. And so we just kind of went, sure, we'll just give it a go.
What was the deliberation, the discussion that you went through prior to taking it on?
We went through some training so that we knew what it would entail. We got to meet the young person before we had decided definitely yes or no. And were provided with some sort of background information. And then we had some time to sort of talk about it amongst ourselves and then went from there.
So tell me about the first few days, because the anticipation, I'd imagine, would be high, also the nerves of on.
Yes, very much so. Because we had not done anything like that before, there was a little bit of unsureness as to how it was going to work. And that is also relevant for the young person as well. They sort of are not sure how it's going to work. And so the first few days tend to be fairly calm. You're all learning how one another work. It's generally smooth sailing in those first few days.
Is that right? What sense of, I don't know, unfamiliarity do you get? Was that present in the early days for you?
Yes, definitely. That certainly shows its face in the way of not knowing what's going to happen, or what this might look like and how it's going to work. But it doesn't take long for things to sort of start working themselves out.
Yeah. Tell me what you learnt about children, about the experience of being a parent through this. Because, as you say, you didn't have children, I think, at the time when you first took on a foster child, Yvonne.
No, we didn't. Sorry.
No, Yvonne, take a moment to have a drink of water. I did it myself just before. Yvonne Lewis is ACT foster carer, talking about her experience of caring for children that needed that extra support. I wonder if you've done it yourself. 1300 681 666 is the phone number to call. The SMS is 0467 922 666 if you'd like to share. Also our Twitter handle, if that's easier for you, at ABC Canberra. Yvonne Lewis just explaining how she didn't have children with her partner initially, and that was the first instance that she took on a foster child. Tell me more, Yvonne. I mean, as the months developed and as you felt more comfortable in the role, what were the features of it for you?
I think because we hadn't had children before, but we had had a lot of experience with friends' children and being aunts and uncles and things like that, it wasn't completely unfamiliar. And the organisation also provided a substantial amount of support for you as well. And that entailed, because this young person had quite a few challenges, that was quite a substantial amount of support.
Yeah, I wonder if that was really reassuring for you, given obviously some children in this circumstance have special needs and they do need that additional support and access to services too.
Yeah, that is a huge support. Because all children come from all different backgrounds and experiences, we found the level of support was really good to cater for where this young person and where we were at as well. So, and then I found that since we've continued to foster the support can vary depending on what you need and what the child's needs are.
So you've continued to foster, in a way,
Yes.
summarise the different experiences and what's motivated you to keep going in this way too.
Yeah, look, we had a little break after that placement, and we had our own son, and but then we thought once he was a little bit older that we would get involved in it again and go for it.
Huh. You've got, I think, a biological child or children of your own.
Yes.
Is that a different factor? How does the interplay or the interaction operate in that way?
For us, it was really important to choose a time where we thought he would be able to handle the process as well, because it can be quite an emotional process depending on the young person or child that you're looking after. So we started doing that when he was 4, and we made sure that we included him in our conversations, talking about it at an age-appropriate level and letting him know what we were thinking about. And he really responded well to that.
Did he?
And sort of
Yeah.
went, okay, yeah, let's do this.
Because do you think you had honest and straightforward conversations with him? Is that what made it enjoyable for him in a way and willing to take that on?
Yeah, I think so. I think young people and kids, they want to know that they are heard regardless of their age. And obviously you've got to cater it for their understanding and their age. But if you're listening to them and giving them a voice and an opinion, then they respond very well to that.
19 minutes past 10, Yvonne Lewis is with us, ACT foster carer. She's done it on more than one occasion and she's explained her reasons. Why is it in your mind could you provide that help? Well, it is Foster and Kinship Care Week and Canberra needs more of them. Can anyone be a foster parent in your view, Yvonne?
Absolutely. We have such a variety of types of care that we provide that there really is so much flexibility. For example, someone who may not have as much capacity as far as time, they might consider something like respite, which is once a month or once every couple of months.
Okay.
For a child or young person who just needs some time out and a bit of a fun weekend, right through to being a carer for a child that needs a forever family.
But what have been the biggest challenges, if they've been difficult or even if they've made you rethink how you live your life?
There are definitely challenges. Being a foster carer isn't all roses and, things sweet. Some of the challenges are just navigating the system. It's a very complex system and there's lots to understand. For some people, they will never experience some of the challenges, and for others, they will. And then some of the other challenges are working with birth families and just that process of how to support and love this young person that's in your care and then work with that wider community.
And in your experience, is the need growing? Is the need becoming more apparent in Canberra?
Unfortunately, it is. We have a significant need for carers, and we find that generally speaking, our younger children are a little bit easier to place, and then as they start to get towards sort of late primary school and high school, it can be a little bit more difficult to find them good solid homes.
Which I guess adds to that push to get more people in the pool and more people willing to take this on to support them.
Yeah, absolutely. And the rewards definitely outweigh any of the challenges that you face. And there's so much support available that as long as you're working with the care team, then, you can get through it.
It's great to hear about your experience so far and the difference you've made to some children's lives, Yvonne. People can get on to ACT Foster Caring to get more details, but appreciate your personal experience today on Mornings.
Great, thank you.
Yvonne Lewis, who is an ACT foster carer, she's done it with her family, without biological children, then with, and she says it's always been worthwhile and always been valuable for those, that come into her care, but also for them too. 1300 681 666 if you've got experience of this, if you're willing to talk about it too, because there is a need for more foster carers in the ACT. We are in the midst of Foster and Kinship Care Week, so that call is, it's loud and clear at the moment.